Alex C, back pocket. Okay.
Hey, boys.
All right.
Use your voice all day. Use your voice, okay? Swannaroos on three. 1, 2, 3. Swannaroos.
Let's go, boys.
1, 2, 3.
Song in that order was fantastic.
North Carolina's sporting history is long and illustrious. Most of it centers around the college towns that are here, including here in Raleigh at North Carolina State, University of North Carolina, Wake Forest, and others. It also extends to the pro ranks with teams such as the Carolina Hurricanes, who have won a Stanley Cup championship. But the sport of Australian rules football has been here too. More than 2 decades, in fact close to 3, the North Carolina Tigers have held the standard for the region. They look to add another jewel to their crown with a Southeastern Regional Championship. Game 2 of their quest takes on the upstarts from just down I-40 against the Wilmington Bombers. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Barish. Great to have your company as we continue coverage of the regional championships here in Raleigh, North Carolina at Miller Fields on the campus of North Carolina State. Both of these teams have one game under their belt. The North Carolina Tigers won the first game of the day, defeating the Maine Cats 39-7. The Virginia Lions were victors over the Wilmington Bombers 46-31 in Game 2. The table looks like this. The North Carolina Tigers in first place with a 1-0 record and a percentage of .557. The Virginia Lions in second with a record of 1-0 and a record of .148. The Wilmington Bombers currently sit in third at 0-1. Their percentage is 67, and Maine is currently in fourth at 0-1 with a percentage of 18. But that can all change over the next 4 games. In this second round of play, we have, of course, the game coming up between the Tigers and the Bombers. The Lions will take on the Cats. A lot of interesting goals and fantastic play so far that we've seen on a day where we were expecting a possibility of rain a little bit later on, but in fact we haven't seen much of that. It's been hot, it's been humid. The temperature is currently sitting at 85 degrees. The humidity is somewhere in the neighborhood of about I think 67%, which is actually not bad. It's going down. And actually, by the end of the day, will be somewhere in the lower 60s. So it shouldn't affect too much, but it is still a hot one out there and good for the old slip, slop, slap. The Wilmington Bombers also, as we mentioned, are split up with the Jacksonville Saints. A couple of their players, including Jack Wilcosh, is out there. Jacksonville, when the last time that they came to Raleigh, which was in 2019 for the Eastern Regionals, they had a couple of players play alongside those from Boston, and they went on to win the Division II regional final. Teams are coming out onto the ground slowly. The Bombers wearing the red jumpers with the black numbers, and the Tigers will come out there in their highlighter yellow uniforms with the black. Umpires, and we have a couple of field umpires, 2 goal umpires, and then the teams supply boundary umpires who essentially volunteer. If you've never seen the sport of Australian rules before, we welcome you to USAFL football. This is not rugby, it's not soccer, it's a sport all on its own. There are elements of soccer and rugby and football, and you would say basketball and volleyball too, but in fact, this is its own sport. The idea is to kick the ball between the goalposts. If you do that, you get 6 points. If you kick it between if you get it between one of the big posts and one of the little posts on either side, that's worth 1 point. We play 2 20-minute halves. If the ball is kicked and lands between, if the ball is kicked and is caught, that's called a mark if it travels 15 meters or more. And you're not allowed to throw the ball. You are allowed to hand pass it. just getting some last-minute setups here. Umpire Saf McElvaney with the coin toss. That's only real choice that you made if you win the coin toss is what direction you want to kick in the first half. And ideally, you would want to keep the wind in the second half. So the team's now in position. All in readiness. And our thanks to Darren Green, who is the president of the Virginia Lions, for grabbing the rosters for us. As we see Philadelphia native Trey Yarnell right in front of us with a big bear hug for Cassidy Matthews, who was big in that first game, and we're underway here as the Bombers are heading from right to left on your screen of watching choice. Here come the Tigers, though. That is Keith Phillips, who sends this one high. Could have brought some rain down with it. He handballs it on, just trying to get the ball to the sticks. Off the side of the boot, if you don't mind. And after 30 seconds, the Tigers have the first score of the game. Give that to Curtis O'Brien, who had a big goal in the opening match. And the Tigers are off to a flying start. North Carolina 1 straight 6, Wilmington no score. Well, they worked the ball down the field magnificently. And just like that, the Tigers are off to a fantastic start. Now, if the Tigers manage to win this game, of course, they'll be very much in the catbird seat. And it's, I heard a catbird. There was a catbird flying around singing earlier. That's what the Merlin app is for. All right, we're back in the middle again. Minute gone. 6-0 North Carolina. Bombers trying to get it out. Little handball. Running that one forward there was Gordon Robinson for North Carolina. But the Bombers will stop that off the pass and send this one down the line. But taken by Duckworth. Josh Duckworth had his share of touches in the opener. Sending this one down. Goes up on the far side now. Marked nicely once again by O'Brien. Trying to earn a 50-meter penalty, but not going to get it. O'Brien says, I'm going to have a crack for goal. So he's going to line up. There's the kick. It's up on the way. Looks good off the boot. Doing. It was a Wilbur post. Hello, hi, Mr. Ed. And that is a behind. Ball hits the post. Even if it bounces in or back into the field of play, it is always 1 point. And on the Watch AFL scoreboard, the Tigers go to 1-1-7. The Bombers no score. 2.25 minutes gone. We mentioned North Carolina, winners of Division II when they had the Eastern Regionals here in 2017, as there is Keith Phillips, USA Revolution national team player, who has it and centers it to O'Brien, who will have about his 5th disposal of the game so far, and he almost found the man in Piers Gilhaney, who kicked 3 goals in the opening game. He's looking for a 4th on the day, and it's there. Another goal to the Tigers. They've gone bang bang after 3 minutes. 2-1-13 North Carolina. Wilmington no score. The Tigers and the Bombers, they played alongside each other at the Mid-Atlantic Cup in Virginia back in April. They went 0-2 on the day, but played strongly against more experienced competition. And then these two teams played each other, and the Tigers ended up 40-point winners. Come back to the middle after a goal. The umpire brings the ball back into the center of the ground. He'll toss it into the heavens once again. And away we go. We're underway. Knocked forward by the Tigers. Not to advantage, though. They scramble for possession. Little handball out. Picked up by Houghton for Wilmington. Kicks it into the sternum of Clark. The umpire, as the ball gets held up, and we'll have a ball up just inside the center square. In the ruck for North Carolina is Zach Lewis. And a wrestling match in, and winning that one out was Charles Moody, but the umpire will say we'll have a ball up once again as the ball gets tossed to the heavens. I think that might be Aaron Gray who is umpiring. And good on him, because he's got to come back in about 45 minutes and umpire, and play rather, for the Maine Cats. Big swing and a miss there by Wilcosh. Went after the football. Over down. They'll go up on the far side. Bouncing up, swatted forward by the Tigers. Going to get picked that one up. Here's Phillips. 2 Bombers in there for the tackle. O'Brien skies the ball high in the air. 2 Bombers are back, and Parker. Nick Parker takes the mark. Across the half-back line. Parker out to the near side. Drops in front looking for McCall. McCall's able to keep that one in the field of play. Tigers still swarming over it. Now here come the Bombers, but that one is picked off again by McCall. 13-0, 5.5 minutes gone. The ball is kicked inside the 50-meter arc. It goes up high. Going all the way back to get it is Clark. Clark is able to get it the heck out of there. Nice sliding mark taken by Eric Hansen, the veteran and the Revo product, who still could very much in the national team picture. Puts that one out on a dime. 2 bites and drop by Bender. Going and picking that one up again was Duckworth. Duckworth is swarmed on by the Bombers. Their logo is a mosquito, and that one comes all the way out, off the shin. Bops away. Wilcosh had it stolen. Kicked off the ground by Phillips. Dancing out of the way a couple of times. There is Parker, able to get out of the grasp. Handball over the top for Harrell. Hansen is waiting and takes an uncontested mark in front of the late arriving Cassidy Matthews. Hansen into the pocket. Going back and trying to get it, but it goes off of a couple of players and tumbles over the boundary line and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. 6.5 minutes gone, first half. Game number 3 of 6. North Carolina leads 13-0. And the Tigers, if they win, they'll go to 2-0 against the 0-1 Wilmington Bombers, as this one is turned in from the pocket. Looked pretty good, but in fact has gone through 4 behind. Looked very good. Looks like one of my Aunt Becky's cookies. Looked good coming out of the oven, but crumbled into nothing at the end. 2-2-14 North Carolina. No score for Wilmington. Brian Barish here with you. Glad to have your company on a hot day here in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Cal, I got your outlet here.
Bombers will put the ball back in the play. Drops in front. Ball goes over the boundary line and out of bounds in front of a good-sized crowd. Of course, the 4 teams have their tents set up, but a number of friends and family and curious onlookers have gathered here. Umpire will spin the ball back in the play. Drops in front. Picked up by Phillips, who spears it low. Dancing away is Gilhaney. Going after to get it as he handballed it over to Samuel Johnson. And the ball stays on the far side now as they try to get it the heck out of there. Over to get it. Handballs it over. There's Johnson. Turns with a handball. Pitchfork into the corner for O'Brien. Ball gets picked out. There's a one high up in the air. Oh, that one was volleyed out of there. Still in play. And then finally bowing out to get it was Harrell. Harrell goes over the top, but it's marked. The Lions will come back in the other direction. Ball goes down, looks in front, going for a swing and a miss. That looked very, very awkward, but the player who took the kick there, and we'll tell you that that was Michael McCall. He looked like a hamstring's nightmare, but He seems to be okay. And out of that, here is Josh, what is that, Duckworth? Is it worth 6 points? It absolutely is. There's Josh Duckworth with a goal. 3-2-20 for North Carolina. Watch AFL scoreboard. Wilmington, no score. 9 gone here in the first half. The 2025 USAFL Southeastern Regional Championships presented by Tasmanian, and the Regional Championship Series continues. In 2 weeks' time, we'll be in Olathe, Kansas for the Central Regionals. July 19th, we'll be in Westminster, Colorado for the Western Regionals. And we're looking at a big Western Regionals with 5 divisions total, 3 men and 2 women. Umpire is ready to go again. A little bit of a breeze, not much to speak of, and one to hit out, but not to advantage. That's okay to get it back anyway. Yarnell able to get this one up high, pounded forward. Looking again for Yarnell, who will go back in after it. He was collared. That should be high tackle when it is, against Brent Steffen. So here is the Philadelphia area native, now living in Greensboro, North Carolina. USA Revolution reserve player, sending this one down the line. Over the top, goes out the back. Getting stripped away. Getting that one is Hansen. Having a go, there is O'Brien. O'Brien goes across the face. It bounces back, but it was sent forward too far across for it to really threaten the goals, but he'll still get a behind out of it. 3-3-21 North Carolina, no score Wilmington. 11 minutes gone here in the first half. Well, the one thing as well, if whoever wins this, of course the margin will be important, because the first tiebreaker is percentage, which essentially is point differential. Ball is sent up on the far side. Tumbles over the boundary line and out of bounds. Our thanks to Premier Sports Medicine as well, one of our sponsors. They'll be at all of the regionals, providing trainer support. Ball comes back in once again. And a infraction in the ruck contest, and the free kick given to Spencer Norman Gerard. Another man with no Christian name, as this one is sent down the ground. Or S would be with no surname. That would be no surname. If he had all last names, it would be a no Christian name situation. As Phillips gets the ball out, marked right in front, taken by Mauricio Cruz. Cruz comes out to the near side, puts this one up high, and that one will he got a room service, bounced at O'Brien. I think was ticketed for the boundary line, but the spin bounced right to him. Here is Hansen chasing after it. He gets a hand to it, keeps the ball to himself. Very good play. Spinning away, though, is Johnson, and he handballed it to nobody in particular. Tigers showing their skills here. Not able to get anything off it, but they'll get another opportunity off the mark by Phillips. Keith Phillips sending this one down over to the Cooks everybody. Out the back goes Houghton. Houghton able to clear it out to the far side. Marked. O'Brien, one step, low and slow, drops in front. Getting turned around was Wilcosh. And free kick, and the Bombers will have a chance to shake the old Etch-a-Sketch and draw up something new. Marked out to the near side. Over, just gets free, going to be kept in, and he turned it over. We're going to go 15, however. McKenzie did well. Ball ricochets back, going to get picked up by Phillips, going to his knees. Gets rid of it. Dancing away from one defender is McCall. Handballs over the top for Hansen. Hansen gets away from a defender. Now goes wide. Drops in front for Johnson. Johnson gets it back on a 1-2. Lines up. He dropped the pill. And he's going to get called for an incorrect disposal. And Nick Parker for Wilmington will have it. Still 21-0, 13 and a half gone. First half, 2 20-minute halves. Dropped. Tried to handball it around. Was he caught? No, he was caught high. Adrian Willis believe is the oldest player on the field. Great to see him get involved. Waiting, left-footed kick, and intercepted. And I wasn't sure who was on the man on the mark there, but it was trying to hit a stationary target, and Duckworth read it all the way and gets the turnover. Up the far side now. Tigers getting the ball out. Drops in front of Parker, who sends it back from whence it came. Benjamin, ooh, big collision, and I'm just watching from behind. And that was Chuck Moody, who ended up second best. He's on his feet, though. And just looking to see, making sure he's okay. But that got an audible ooh from the tent. Just pulls it on. Oh, scooped up nicely by Phillips, who sends this one in. Phillips sends this one in, knocking that one sideways, staying free, but there's going to be a goal at the end of it. Give that to Dennis Kurtz. And Dennis the Menace up front. He kicks the Tigers fourth. 4-3, 27 North Carolina. No score for Wilmington. Under 5 to play. And the Tigers running away here. And the Bombers are neutralizing them as best they can. I think they just have to do a little bit better with their leading. We're back in the middle once again. You see Charles Johnson and his opponent on the other side with a little handshake. That's, I think, the one thing about this. It does get heated at times, but by and large, I think everybody understands it's an amateur league. Most players, they all got to go back to work on Monday just about. And you're not trying to hurt anybody. It's all about just having fun, getting out in the sun and playing this weird sport. As this one is sent down the line. Free kick coming to the Bombers. 3.5 to go in this first half. Sending this one out the far side. Trying to get in there was Lewis. Comes out to the near side once again. Going to get scooped up. Pitchfork handball over the top. Looking as Palmer. Sending this one back. Palmer again going to take the mark. In fact, it wasn't. It was Philip Air Jordan, wearing number 23, of course. Jordan puts it out on a dime for Logan Howneat, the former Boston Demon. He sends that one in, but he turns it over. Howneat's, I believe his sister, Michaela, was a star in winning the 2018 regionals for Boston. I guess it would have been the 2018 regionals. Sticking his foot in, that should be kicking in danger. And it is, as Owen Tuas stuck his foot where it shouldn't have belonged. It'll be a free kick to the Tigers. 2.5 to go. Oh, right through the wickets there of Gilhaney. But they stay with it. They have an opportunity, but the fullback is there to sweeper-keeper it away. Sending it in, sending it down, but the mark is taken up the top. Mark taken by Ty Clark. Clark wheels around, plays this one down the ground. It's a helicopter whirly bird of a ball off the foot of Willis. Drops out to the near side. Yarnell is there. Willis, big tackle thrown in. Ball squirts free. Gonna get picked up. Sending this one high in the air. Going back and taking a nice rising mark was Gordon Robinson. He climbed the ladder and brought down a bushel of cherries. Under 2 to go. Tigers with the ball, leading by 27. Drops in front. Gets back. Soccered off the ground, but that got some air to it. It's rare that you see a volley mark, but Palmer sends it wide and finds Tuas. Sending this one down the ground. Drops in front. Picking it up on a hop was Cody Reeves. Reeves has 2 players on his hammer, and they win it. Handballs it in for Hansen. Holds up the play. Little shovel handball across. Finds believe it was the 16, or one of the players with a 6. Cruz is the only player with a 6 on the end of it. It might be Brian Melchers. He's the only player we have left who doesn't have the number. And nice mark taken over the top by Derek Van. Van starts up the Astro line and sends this one down the line. Off the hands of Phillips. Picks it up, was dragged down, got the kickoff, but an forced error there, and out of bounds on the full. Wilmington's got to hurry if they want to get something in this half. They've got 40 seconds to do it. They trail 27-0. Sending this one down the line. Over the top of everybody as Peter Wright got a hand to it. Keeping it, staying in play. It's a 3-on-1. Just got a flick to the ball, but it's gone through for a behind, and Wilmington on the board with about 15 seconds to go. 27-1 now. Out to the near side. They got to play quickly as McCall takes it. And a whistle. Ball going out of bounds, and that'll do it. Halftime in game number 3, and the North Carolina Tigers have been in control. The Bombers have shown some signs of life, so they've been more than an active participant. But at halftime in this third game, it's the North Carolina Tigers 4 goals, 3 behinds, 27 points. Wilmington Bombers 1 behind, 1 point only. We're going to step aside, come right back. The second half, you're watching the 2025 USAFL Southeastern Regional Championships presented by Tasmanian here on AussieRulesUSA.com. Back here at Miller Fields on the campus of North Carolina State University to the 2025 USAFL Southeastern Regional Championships presented by Tasmanian. It's the North Carolina Tigers at halftime of Game 3 in this 6-game series. Wilmington Bombers 1 behind. Brian Barish back here with you. Glad to have your company, no matter where you're joining us. A hello to Diesel out in California, who's always a part of these regionals and beyond broadcasts. Good to see him here in the chat. And we are set to go as umpire Seth McIlvaney tosses the ball to the heavens, and we're underway once again. North Carolina now heading from right to left in this second half. The Bombers in the red jumpers, they're heading from left to right, trying to keep the game alive here as Tyler Lightning McQueen was taken down. Ball gets taken down off the hands of Devin McFarland. The Bombers with good opening pressure here, as here is that's Nick Parker, who was able to knock the ball forward. Ball gets knocked down, going to get picked up. Wheeling around was Houghton. Houghton sending this one down, going to get picked up once again. Here come the Bombers. It's going across now. This is Palmer. Palmer sends this one high. Got to tighten up on some of these kicks for the Bombers. They look pretty good otherwise. As we mentioned, the Bombers playing with a number of players. In fact, it's about a 50-50 split with them and the Jacksonville Saints. Ball is marked by the Tigers. They'll have it on their right side. Setting this one down the line. Over the head now, and it will roll. It'll skip. Parker picks it up on the third bounce. Gets by 2 players, but forgot that the bounce by Wilcosh. Ball comes all the way back, paddle forward. Over to get it is Basil Benjamin, number 5, trying to get the ball back forward. Sending this one over, and the ball has gone over the boundary line and out of bounds. Hi, Pupper. Over on the far side now is somebody walking a dog in front of us. You have to say hi to a dog when he comes by. Got to give a doggo greeting as the ball gets sent. 50-meter arc, but it's picked off. They'll have to get it out quickly. Not the cleanest of handballs, looking for Parker. He picks that one up, gets a handball across to the 46 in Ryan Hines. Going to send this one back down. Sending this one back now in. It'll bounce. It'll skip. It'll hop into the pocket. Going to pick that one up and sending this one back the other way now. Here come the Bombers. Almost taking the mark was Wilcox. Bounces over his head. McKenzie is there. McKenzie gets away from Wilcox. Puts a nice ball out on a bow over the top. Gilheeney is back. He's going to pick it up. He's got an open goal square. That's another one for Pierce Gilheeney, and that is the 5th of the game for the Tigers. 5-4-34 North Carolina. One behind for Wilmington. A little more than 5 gone here in the second half. So the Tigers now starting to run away here, and the Bombers, who played the Lions so tough in the first game, are getting picked apart here by a experienced team. And the Tigers, a Division IV side, I would say probably wouldn't look out of place in Division III when they have a full side. And the question will be whether or not they'll bring a full side to Nationals this year. The Tigers have it back. This is Gordon Robinson. Handballs it across. Picked up by Stu McKenzie. Goes down. It is marked. Oh, what a good mark. And then a little push in the back as O'Brien, and O'Brien is down. And I don't know that there was anything in that. I think he was going after the ball, and it was all in the field of play there as he's helped up. But O'Brien won't get anything extra here. He will be he is definitely 2 kicks for goal. And he puts this one out on a string for a sliding Hansen. That's probably about the 4th sliding mark Eric Hansen has taken. He has the football. Another one out on a line marked by Dennis Kurtz. And Dennis was going to win those. He's got a fair bit of acceleration speed, this Dennis Kurtz. Already has a goal, actually has 2 goals in this game already. He will go back to try and extend the lead. Kurtz on the way. It looks long enough. Does it? It's going to be close. No, it was punched through. And punched through 4 behind. So only 1 point out of that transaction. I believe. We'll double check. It is a point. We have a goal umpire who's supervisoring another goal umpire. Supervisoring? That's a good one, Brian. 5-5-35 to 1 behind. And 8 points have been added by the Tigers in 8 minutes of this second half as the ball comes out to the near side once again. Over the top, Hansen is there, keeps it, just kept it in play. Little couldn't go between Derek Van and able to get it away. This is McKenzie. He'll go all the way back to go forward. Left-footed kick now. In the middle of the ground, marked. And here they come the other way. Oh, the mustard came off the old hot dog as he tried to bounce the ball, but he put too much into it. That was a rugby league little hook back to his play there as O'Brien with a fresh airy. Going to go and pick that one up was the 30 there in or 40, that could be Gilheeney, but the mark was taken on the near side by Mauricio Cruz. Cruz with the football, Mauricio Cruz. Cruz is 2 kicks from goal. Now he's going to go back. Cruz sends this one off to the far side. Over to get it, over the hands, out of the hands of Trey Arnold. Over to get it now, and Yarnell stays with the play. Kett able to get this one free. Over now to get it, and a big tackle put in there as the wind's starting to pick up a little bit. Kick down across the way, dropped in front, looking for Parmenter. Now able to get it. Stay with it. Oh, he's got taken down without the ball. That should be called. He was pursuing the ball. And a big tackle and by Stu McKenzie. He was just sticking with the play, but it was a late hit, and Matt Palmer getting up very slowly, but he looks to be okay and is at least okay enough to take the kick. 9 minutes gone, second half. 35-1 the score. As the ball sends that one down, ball gets sent in, punched forward, and off the hand of Derek Van for a rush behind. On the Watch AFL scoreboard, after 9.5 minutes. It's the North Carolina Tigers 5-6-36, Wilmington Bombers 1 point. Brian Barish here with you. Glad to have your company no matter where you're joining us. Here, thanks to Jerry Long working the controls in exceedingly difficult conditions and doing an amazing job as he always does as the ball comes out to the near side. Almost taking the mark over the top. There was Harrell. Harrell goes down now. They try to work it through the chain. Now up on the far side. Handballs it on. Little stabby kick through over the top, off the chest. Going to stay in play now. Staying after it after getting it was Jose Chavez. Chavez ravines the ball forward. Here come the Tigers. Nope, that one is just kept in by Wilcox. Just got his foot to the ball. Not 15, they'll play on. Inside the 50-meter arc. Mark defensively. And that ends that by Ethan Parsons. Parsons gets his 7 seconds, takes his full measure, sends it down the line. Mark's wide open. "11 minutes gone here in the second half. Waiting, sending this one down. Punched free. Over to go get it now. Tried to shuffle this one forward was Nelson Santos. Santos, who had a couple of goals in the opener against Maine. This one comes out to the near side. Nice mark taken. Sliding and taking the mark was Duckworth. Or check that. That was Cruz, I believe. I saw the 5. And here is Mauricio Cruz, who sends it down. Up high. Everybody gathers. Kurtz was in there. 2 Bombers appeared to have spoiled the play. Hacks the ball forward into the pocket. Over to get it. Trying to stay with it now. Going to get picked up. Gilhaney off to the side. Or was it? No, it wasn't. Why would I doubt Pierce Gilhaney, who has kicked yet another one? That is his second in this game. 6-6-42 North Carolina. Wilmington 1 behind, 12 gone second term, and the Tigers look to go 2-0. And more important, just as important for them, they are stretching out their percentage advantage. And that will be very helpful in case of a situation in the next game where the 0-1 team, Maine, should they jump up and perhaps beat Virginia, then you'd have a 3-way tie at 1-1, and it would come down to percentage if there is a tie or even a 3-way tie. Umpire Seth McIlvaney tosses the ball to the heavens, knocked forward by Parsons. Stab forward, Wilcox probably would have gotten paid the mark, got it to his foot anyway, and able to find the man at Tucker McCullough. McCullough sends this one in towards the sticks. Is this the first goal for the Bombers? They like it, and it is. Goal to Tucker McCullough, and the Bombers have entered the chat 13 minutes into the second half. Wilmington 1-1-7 North Carolina on 6-6-42, and it's back to 35 points. Well, that's a good thing for the Bombers, and you know they've not been outplayed for most of this game. The Tigers have had to earn just about every point. There have been some lapses in defense, but I'm glad that they were able to get a major score. And we'll come back in the middle of the play. Looks like there is a 5 in the square infraction. And if you watch the AFL, we do have that. You can't have 5 players in the square. The one thing that we don't have is the 6-6-6. This will be a free kick from the center circle. They'll play on to the near side. Mark is taken over the top by Peter Wright. Snake bite Peter Wright sends this one down into the popcorn machine. Everybody's swatting at it. Nobody came up with a football. Able to handball it on. Over to get it. Try and get it through. Going to get picked up. Oh, that could have been a drop, but Phillips ended up having it. He just got boot the ball. Drops in front. Works it around. O'Brien in front. It's a goal. Give that to Andrew Fogarty. He's another guy who's been around a long time for this Tigers team, and the veteran cream is rising to the crop. Or something along those lines. 7-6-48 for North Carolina. 1-1-7, and my audience of one laughed, and that's all that matters. With roughly 5 minutes to go in the ball game, the Tigers are going to go to 2-0. And we have a live ladder in front of us here. And right now, currently, what's interesting is, as you know, it's 48-7, but because they scored 31 points in their first game, losing 46-31 to the Lions, the Bombers, even though they're getting essentially blown out here, they are still in third. Maine, having scored 7 points, losing 39-7, is currently sitting fourth. But plenty of time as this one is sent in and the mark is taken by Gilhaney. Up the far side now, off the chest. Going to get picked up. Now the other way comes McFarland. Ball goes out of bounds. In fact, it looks like he'll get a free kick. Out to the near side now. Couldn't take the mark, but there was Chris Harrell in defense, sending this one out to the near side. McKenzie does well to take the mark, as he was able to win the battle against Tuos, and he'll send this one quickly, looking for Yarnell. Trey Yarnell takes the mark. Yarnell waits. Mark Yarnell III. They call him Trey because he's the third of his name as he sends this one in. Off the hands of not of Kurtz, but of the goal kicker and Andrew Fogarty. As this one is sent in, that one looks like it could be good, and it is. And running into the goalpost, and thankfully he's okay, with Spencer Norman Gerard. But that is the 8th of the game for the Tigers. They go to 8-6-54. Wilmington on 1-1-7. That's on the Watch AFL scoreboard. And with roughly 4 minutes or so to play, the Tigers running away and padding up their advantage. Coming up next at 2 o'clock, remember, it's the Virginia Lions and the Maine Cats, the 1-0 Lions and the 0-1 Cats. If this result holds, and it looks like it will, and the Lions win, then the last game of the day, which will be at 4:30, will be essentially a grand final. But if the Cats can defeat the Lions, then both games will have a fair bit of meaning. Gets the ball forward. At the far side is a good play there by Harrell. Setting this one down the line. Handballs it back. Finding McCall. McCall sends it on. And nice jumping mark taken. Came close to a goal earlier, was robbed by a fingernail as McKenzie dropped the pill, cleared out to the near side. Willis can't get to it, clears that one out. Now ball dropped in front, going to send this one in, dropped, and it's marked. As Wright found the 16 in Melchers, and it is marked.